Hello YouTube, this is a quick review of my GoPro Hero 3 Pelican 1400 case, and also to show you the setup that I have. I chose the 1400 case first of all because of its dimensions. It's not all that big. The 1300 would come to about here, and I couldn't stand having multiple layers. I like everything laid out. So I customized my nameplate, as you can see. 20D Dan, that is me. And that is the case compared to a 17-inch MacBook Pro. You'll see that it is almost as wide. So this is actually my second Pelican case. I really like the 1500. I have had that one for many years, and I decided to get the exact same type of case for my new GoPro. So as for the setup that I have in here, I have got one completely waterproof enclosure for the GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition, and I've also got another one slightly modified. On the side of it here you can see that I've drilled a little hole where I plug in a USB cable. Just like that. And with this I shoot my time lapses. I just seal this area right here, and then the rest of it is waterproof, and that will stop elements from coming in as well. So, and I just plug it into power with this 6-foot USB cord, and it works beautifully, catching many long time lapses. So besides that, I also have one 12-watt charger. This is the iPad one, but it works beautifully for charging your GoPro batteries. And another one as well, because sometimes you're charging the GoPro and the battery pack at the same time. Here I've got the USB cords, 2 of them, plus another one for this little guy right here, which I'll get to in a second. Right here I've got an extra 32 gig MicroSD card, the flexible tripod, three different types of backings: small sealed for the battery, big sealed for the battery, and the touchscreen one. On this one I have the empty one with the back, and then on this one I have the completely waterproof sealed brand new one. The remote charger, and I've got tons of different little mounts that came with all my various accessories, and a few of these sticky pad ones. And this is actually for the suction cup mount. Also in here I've got the bike connector, so you can connect to any bike of different sizes, really. So I've also got the remote that works beautifully above water. I did try this below water and it was horrible. I could not get it to stay on and function properly. I've also got my head mount all nicely bundled up for packaging. This is an external power source. It's a 7800 milliamp battery. It can charge 2 iPads at the same time, but I just use it to run my GoPro and do extended time lapses. Very convenient to have. Here I've got the suction cup mount with an really long string attached to it for tying it to my car or wherever, to make sure in case it does come off that it won't fall and I won't run over it with my car. I've used this quite a few times, obviously on a clean panel, and I've had absolutely no problems with it whatsoever. Here I've got a little MicroSD to USB reader that I use all the time. Came with one of my memory cards and it works really well. Now right here I've got the display, just the casing because the display is actually on there right now, and the battery, and right below the battery I keep the SD adapter and then an extra 16 gig memory card. And right underneath, not sure if you can see it, but hidden in there is an extra battery. I cut an extra groove just for it to fit properly. And in the top housing, I just keep a USB cable, and I've got my collection of stickers right there. So that's my GoPro setup. Works very well for me. I've got every single mount that I could want in here without any issues at all. And I love it. Take it with me everywhere. As for the Pelican case, they are very, very sturdy. I've thrown these off of 3-story buildings. Everything was perfectly fine inside. The most important thing when you're setting up the pick and pluck foam is to make sure that you leave enough cushioning space between all the things, and especially around the outside, so that in case it does impact, it's got some room to absorb the shock. So hope you like my setup, hope you like the review. If you have any questions, feel free to write them at the bottom and I'll try to answer as soon as possible. Thanks again.